All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully, most on your house shall blessing our day. By His mercies, we are consumed. We're alive in the most on your house shall's body, and one we're naturally alive, man. Staying alive, alive like Pearl Jam, alive like the Bee Gees, staying alive like the Bee Gees. What's the rap song that says I'm alive? I don't know. I can't think about it. All the time I'm just kidding, but just gave us a few Edomite or disco and grunge or alternative rock songs about being alive, but I don't know. Okay, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Man, I just want to go into this, man, because honestly, you know what? I was thinking about this. Actually, this is crazy how things move full circle. Um, I think something I was just meditating on a few months back. Just kind of came to fruition, like today with a conversation earlier after I got dropped off, by a coworker of mine, and she was telling me about this little halal spot things and so she said, "Oh yeah, the food in there smells good all the time." I was like, you know what? Because where she drops me off at, there it was. So I'm like, okay, cool. I go in there and try it, man. So I'm going there eating things and nature, eat my food, and I'm just reading the word, whatever. And Ishmael, a Muslim guy, Arab guy, comes up to me, man. And he's kind of sees me talking about the word, and we have this whole conversation, man. And you know what is crazy? Because you know what? This is what it is too, because it's December. A lot of times during this time of year, I might read the Maccabees. Some people like do the feast dedication thing or the Mac. And I just want to get into this too, because some people don't adhere to it, whatever. Some people don't, but it is what it is too, because honestly. And shout out to the brother that sent me your firstborn for this too, because because me personally, when I read the Maccabees, all I just see is honestly Nehemiah 4:14. That's what I see too. But that just goes to let's go to Isaiah 8:20. The law, you see the law. See, it's all the persecution, right, of the law and the testimony, pretty much, man. It's that balance. You see that dichotomy, that's because like Proverbs 11, that false balance is abomination to the Lord. But even with the Maccabees, that was a faith too. It was just more of what Alexander the Great or Alexander the Freak or stuff like that during that time. What that represent not them, but like the like Antiochus, things of that nature, like the whole thing, because I gotta reread that. What that represents, what they were doing was pretty much represent like blasphemy, because in the law it says, listen, don't have anything profane, do with the Most Highs in with the Lord, man, in the temple in the Lord, man, and that's what let's just look at it real quick. Let's go Isaiah 8:20 real quick, man, because it's all building up to this, man. It's all gonna build up to one another. Isaiah 8:20, he says, to the law and the testimony. See, to the law and the testimony that they speak not, if they speak not according to his word, there's no light in them. So yeah, man. So going to that, because let's look at that in this aspect, man. To the law and to the testimony, man. Because I'm just talking because we're talking about persecution in this, man. Because as we go on, we're gonna go more into it, but because honestly, yeah, what has happened too, because we seen that with the Kanye and the whole Kyrie Irving thing, yeah, they do. I will say this: it's not going to shake or move people as much as really, because it's really about like I always say, it's about the Most High house shot. That's who this is about, man. They're the main characters, man. We have a big role, but the book is about them. But will there be things of that nature, because it happened during the time of the Maccabees, things of that nature, them having problems with the people that the actual Israelites and our people and the actual Israelites and the people that's actually in the word that believe that we're the sons of people book. Yeah, would be the case? Of course, and then part of me, I've seen that with because honestly, and part of that too is like the brother somebody first one said, it really does nothing to their power per se, but they will take issue for it, they will just I speak as a man, they will that'll be part of it, but that really is what not really I want to go into, because let me grab this and where's it at real quick. Where's it at? Yeah, let's say Second Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 6. It says, and neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or the ancient fast to profess himself to be a Jew. So yeah, man, that's gonna happen to a degree, I believe, man. Because I say that to say, because I believe that I hate to mention this, say names. Oh, God's name, Spider. All right, you gone? You died. Oh no, you cooked. Hold on. Oh yeah. Oh God, bye. You cooked. Damn Spider. Anyway. Okay, it was Spider. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because I hate to say this, but I believe that, like, was it last year or so, or a while back, UPK, they was holding a feast, they was holding a Passover, like a feast day or whatever, and like, and the owners came out and said, listen, but they did that. They how they did was smart, though. It was wise about what they did. They put it, I believe, in their actual like business name and nothing to do with the congregation or the church, the camp. They did it with their personal things, and they run it out in the venue there, and it actually made news. The fact that and the Edomites are there, the guys there, they took issue with it, so they didn't like that. It was, I remember watching the clip a little bit. It was a little while back, but so that I say that in that regards too, but really it really wasn't even the whole Maccabees thing. It really was like it really wasn't a bust, man. Because I say this all the time too, because like that whole Psalms 83 is just like it's just like it's just like Bron and Bronny, man. Bronny didn't do anything, but they hate the Father. It's like the Most High Yahushua and us, Israel, man. It's really not it's really not us per se. Nothing that we did special. That's that Romans 9 real quick. It was the will of the Father, and two, like is they really hate the Lord, so they gonna take it out on his sons, on the sons. Like they gonna take it out on this. Just like LeBron, we seen it in the NBA this season, man. Like this summer and the season, like they people like that don't like LeBron, they're gonna take it out on Bronny, because Bronny really didn't do anything. So I say it like that. But because that had like and that's what the even Maccabees was about. Because Maccabees were really like even as just like even like shout out to brother Simi first of all, because he said it best, man. Like as a man, if you're gonna die for something, man, die for something you believe in. Hey, that's just like respect to you. You gonna stand on something that you believe in, die for. Like that's just his way. It's more just standing on what you believe and die for, me. That's the whole thing with Maccabees, and that actually was a faith. It wasn't them so much of trusting just in the laws and things because one really, it's kind of like let me say this too with that too, because it's more of the fact that I had to be of that, like because the Most High did plan to destroy that temple and things of that nature. We knew pursuing the prophecy, things of that nature. But here's where you kind of gotta me. I had to empathize and really think about, because like if my mindset would be different if I was during that time period. I didn't live. We didn't live through that time period. So my mindset probably would have been different, honestly, man. But because it really wasn't that. Because Maccabees, they didn't trust in their own strength, because the Lord was with them. But it was just more like similar to it was just similar again. It was similar in that aspect, man. But point being is that I believe that'll happen, like again briefly, but really here's the point though. Even before I even said all that, because it's the other places I want to go. Because this is all persecution of the law and the testimony. Because let's go to John chapter 1 real quick, because that's what I was just going to, because as far as the balance of the persecution, because that time it was really one, and also the other prophets was persecuted, because it was always because of the faith of the word, and like how they were reproving their deeds, pretty much, man. And also too, the disciples and the apostles, they were persecuted for the gospel's sake, which we're about to get into now. I'm just going to that balance. I'm just mentioning Maccabees, things that nature, to show you the balance of the law and the testimony, like I said, Isaiah, but now, honestly, man, because I had a long conversation with this guy, man. It was good. It was a cool conversation. But let's go to John chapter 1 and verse 17. It says, for the law was given by Moses, but grace and truth came by Yahushua and Hamashiach. So yeah, man, that's just is what it is right there. So that's what it is. Like we just read with the Maccabees, with that persecution with the law. And this is during the time of Yahushua and the God. Even let me say this too. The Maccabees, read it, they knew about Yahushua. It said when the woman got killed, for not eating pork, things of that nature, she said, listen, we'll be resurrected with our king. They were talking about Yahushua. Let's grab that real quick. So I think I'll probably grab. I do want to grab that, but I think it's in 14. If not, I don't grab. It's all good, but um, because it said that somewhere. It's all good. It's all good. I think it's 7, but it's all good if I don't get it. It's all good. But yeah, I just want to get into that. I might put it in the comment section. I can't forget. But honestly, man, the persecution is really gonna be like, man, people really despise, really just don't believe in this, don't believe in the Most High Yahushua and believe in Yahushua, man. Because not only because he was Muslim, man, because he just kept going like, why do you believe in the Son of God? The one, his logic was kind of flawed. I was just listening to him a lot of times. Because one, listen, people gonna believe what they want to believe, man. All that condemnation, like trying to debate him, things of that nature. No, man. Listen, one, he's like, shake the dust off your feet. I responded to him like, I gave him a couple verses, things and nature. I was talking to him, but I was just like, listen, all right, cool. He don't believe. I ain't gonna force that man. Like, it is what it is. Because one, his logic was kind of like didn't make sense. Because he said, listen, it can't. He didn't believe that Yahushua went up. Like, that he's not even in the heavens, things in nature. He believes. He told me he believes, and I believe the Quran teaches that it'll be like, it'll be like, if the Redeemer will come on the earth and like, earthly, man. And I was like, all it popped in my mind is Jeremiah 17, and it said in 5, like, curses he that trusteth in man, and blesses he that trusteth in the Lord, man. Because I'm thinking like, I really asked him. I was like, okay, so you're of the belief that a earthly man, a fleshly man, is going to redeem the people, like, grant people everlasting life, or like, and he's of that stand. So his whole logic was all, but really, pretty much, man, he and shout out to the brother Simba Firstborn as well too, because listen, man, people don't see like the love of God. People don't see that love, and most of the time people just don't see love, because that's part of the reason love that Yahushua didn't have to die for us. Because he asked me this, he was like, listen, man, because he just told me writing about like, we don't believe, Christ isn't coming back then. And I was like, all right, cool, that's your point. Listen, you take that up when you see him. But he was like, listen, why did he have to die for our sins? Like, for people that had sinned, why did he have to die for it? That should be on us. I'm like, listen, I said, listen, man, that's where the mercy and comes in that, man. That's where the mercy and love comes in that, guy, because that's love. When you do something for somebody that you don't have to do, that's mercy. They like, you don't have to do, because like you said, we're not entitled. I'm not entitled. We're not entitled. I know I'm not entitled. Like, we're not entitled to the Most High Yahushua's mercy. Like, and we're not entitled to that. No, it's because it says more about them than us, than the person, man. That's why I explained to him. He said, okay, I kind of see where you're coming from, man. But my point being is that, man, listen, man, let me get Matthew 10, man, because listen, if really these people were like we just talked about earlier in Maccabees, they're really gonna come to you about the gospel and believing in Yahushua, man. That's where the beast is, and the beast. That's how they're gonna come at people, man. Like the brother Henry first one said, it's really gonna be like that, man. I was just listening when he was sitting there talking. I'm like, because he was trying to like, trying to put. Well, he's giving his viewpoints and things of that nature, views, but he's really trying to give his reasons why, persuade. It's gonna be like that. People gonna persuade you not to believe in Yahushua, man, not to believe in the word, man. That's just is what it is too. Like, let's get grab. It's crazy because a brother of mine asked me about Matthew 10 the other day. Like, he asked me to send it to him. Yeah. This is like the law and testimony that we just read in Isaiah 8 and 20. It's just it's just like it's just about the testimony, man. Because grace and truth, and the testimony, like that John 5, like because during the time Maccabees, it was they knew about Yahushua, like they said we'll resurrect our king, but they didn't know like the testimony. It says Matthew chapter because it wasn't out yet. Matthew chapter 10, verse 18, it says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake. See, now for my sake, for Yahushua's sake, the Most High Yahushua's sake, and a testimony against them, against the Gentiles. So yeah, man, not because we were like, according to like our nationality, the scripture that we see to Jacob, we're Israelites. No, it's gonna be for the gospel's sake this time. Well, like I said earlier, I play a part in it, maybe, yeah, because that's because listen, and the enemies of the father passed down to the son. So it is what it is. But and we have enemies because one because they're the Most High Yahushua's enemies, and two, that's just what it is. But two, But another thing is that the fact that it's going to be for the gospel's sake, man. It's going to be like, people like that earlier, man. But we ended up having a good conversation and it's cool. But I was just thinking about what came out, because we actually talked about a lot of it. Actually, what conversation. But my point is being is that, listen, man, like, a lot of people, they're really gonna persuade, like, gonna come at you about, like, do you believe that's the Son of God, man? Like, it's gonna be like that too. It's just not gonna be just Muslims and other fractions. It's gonna be just regular people, man. Like, because that know what it does. Like the brother sent me first one says, it really, because they know. Let's go Revelation, because I told them this, because they know, because they even that, man, they know what's coming, man. They know what's coming too, because, like, even back in the 80s, right? Ronald Reagan, like, what you think they said? Oh, yeah, man, they built all this stuff for Space Force things in nature for an enemy to attack. What do you think they was talking about? They was talking about Yahweh Shah, man. Like, because they put it all in the movies. You see all the movies, things of that nature. There's a plethora of movies where it's talking about that, all the Independence Days, all the what's the movie? Deep Impact, Armageddon. Well, I'm not sure that's right. But yeah, Armageddon with, like, Bruce Willis. All these other movies, like, what's the movie? Battle over Los Angeles. All these movies, like, they know that he's coming. But let's get to Revelation 9:11 real quick. 19:11. It says, Revelation chapter 19 verse 12. I'm sorry. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. Exactly, man. So that's why. Because listen, because what's really going to happen is, because all these people in authority are going to come to cause because, like, it's not only gonna be the beast system, like, things in nature, and they're gonna try to persuade you not to believe in Yahweh Shah, most on Yahweh Shah, and two, these people know that Yahweh Shah is coming to take their power from them, man. Like, like I was actually reading this in Second Ezra 15 the other day. 15, like, on the other day, and also too, like, like the brother sent me first one said, listen, life is really more than nationality and so-called, like, race. That plays a part in it, but really things are power dynamics, man. I might do a little video on that soon, but the things are just really about power dynamics. Really, it's really power, man. Like, that's what it is. But and they know that Yahushua's coming to take their power away from it. He's going to prove like, and a lot of times too, when you start reproving the things that people are doing, proving their deeds, yeah, they're not gonna like that, man. So that's what the gospel is, man. It's a testimony to Him, and that's what part of it is, man. They know what's coming. So Revelation chapter 19 and verse 12, it says, his flames were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. He had a name written that no man knew, but he himself. Yeah, exactly. So that's just is what it is right there, man. So yeah, man, that's what the gospel is, man. But that's so important, because, like, all when he was talking, man, I was just going through this, man, because he's saying, oh man, why do you believe that? I was like, listen, man, because he's more like those people see. He's going to science, like, artifacts and history. I told him, like, listen, man, you can even go into history with artifacts and things in nature, Noah's Ark, and Eden, Sodom, and Gomorrah. Shoot, like we talked about that. There was a video I did about that. There's an actual pillar of Lot's wife being still there. You can go into different secular history about the word, but I was like, listen, man, that's where the faith comes in, man. Honestly, man. Let's go John 7 and 38, man, real quick. That's where the faith comes in. Like Peter says, listen, there'll be a generation that hasn't seen him, but will believe. Or that second Ezra 1:35 to 37. Or, like, blessed is he that haven't seen it and not believe it. And this didn't happen just in our time. It happened with the man with Acts, when all he knew was just John the Baptist, but I'm forgetting his name. But once he heard the gospel, like, he instantly believed, man. So it is what it is, man. I can't believe I lost my first page in second Ezra. I'm mad about that. But John chapter 7 and 38, it says, he that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. So yeah, man, that's just is what it is too, man. But yeah, man, honestly, man, that's how people gonna come at you, man. Like, like, honestly, man, like, it's gonna be like, Satan, like, let me say this too. Let me say this too, man. I'm gonna do this I might use this as a thumbnail. I'm not sure. The closest thing I can think of, me personally, man, like, with the whole beast system things of that nature, like because I actually had to clean that up too, man, because like the marker of beast, man, that's like I used to have the belief that was RFID chip, and part of that will probably be in the beast system things of that nature, but that's not really it, man. It's like worshiping Satan, man, pretty much, man. That's what it is. It's really the Lord or Satan, pretty much, man. And that's just what it is too, man. What is and here's the thing too, is AI part of that, man? Because listen, that's part of transhumanism, which is blasphemy. Because they would say, listen, we are they want humans, a man, to be pretty much saying he's God. Because listen, with AI and artificial technology, all the stuff you see those Edomites doing, Elon Musk and the higher ups, all the elites doing, man, they're going to try to do that. They're going to try to like have technology where it can raise, heal the sick, raise the dead, things of that nature. And that's blasphemy. But ultimately, man, the beast man is really what worshiping Satan, man. The closest things I can really put in words, I can't put in words. But it's like, y'all, I would recommend y'all watch the movie Rosemary's Baby, man. And that's just is what it is, man. That's how I was gonna be, man. Just worship Satan and openly. That's like how at the end, pretty much, y'all seen the ending of that. Like, that's how it's gonna be, man. Because notice even in that movie, right? Even in that movie, like the Rosemary, she's pretty much a so-called Catholic, but and this crazy thing is everybody around her was in on it except for her. That worship Satan knew about it, like except for her. Then one of the most scariest endings is like that's where the faith comes in. Like, listen, rather than getting away in that lack of love that she had, she accepts that her son was Satan. Like because in the movie it's crazy. They actually have Satan, like while she sleeps, actually rape her. Is crazy, but but I had to say that's the closest thing it was gonna be of like that beast system, man. Like he's gonna like man. But that's why it says that you gotta believe on your house shot, as the scriptures say, man. So that's is what it is. But my point being is that this is gonna be like the gospel, man. Don't like shaking the movement, man, trusting the Lord, but standing on His word, man. That's what it is, man. Because like that's what's because man, with that conversation with him, man, today, man, I was like, listen, man, that's how it's gonna be on regular, man. Like the testimony is gonna be of him, man. Let me say this too. One, the persecution is because of him, and also too the gospel is of the Most High Yahushua. Persecution is of the Most High Yahushua and the gospel, and the gospel is of the Most High Yahushua. Because the gospel is not we're the people of the book and we're the Israelites. I used to think that, but now like because what did Paul say? We preach not ourselves. The gospel is like the new covenant, them coming in the volume of the book, things of that nature. The good news, like the saving of the soul, the comfort, the love, like the mercy, like that's all what it is, man. That's so yeah, man. I just wanted to go into that, man. Just the balance of the law and the testimony, and as far as persecution, man. So hopefully this is edifying. So peace.